Dirtbags, what up? Week 4 is in the books, and you D-Gens have once again proved why you all suck at fantasy and why I hate you all. We got blowouts, nail biters, shitty decision, and we almost hit that Jew gold with the Dirtbag 12-teamer. We'll go over that parlay, recap the matchups, and then we're going to end it with the most entertaining part, watching all you dick bags burn all your fab on a player you're going to drop in 2 weeks. Let's start with the 12-teamer parlay. We're all retards, but we got close this week. 9 out of 12 of those Derek Pars hit. Those are the green beans. Mikey under Kamara rushing yards. You're a fucking idiot. What a stupid bet. Probably the worst bet we've ever seen. That boy Shawnee B had Egbuka plus 70 receiving yards. Got that at plus 139. That was our biggest hit of the Derek Parr. Good shit, Shawnee B, but it's not enough, brother. Vegas, thanks us again for another donation. We suck again. All right, let's get into the week 4 matchups. First, we have our matchup of the week. We got Logan versus Jason, second place versus third place. Logan wins 126.32 to 104.32. Have a day, George Pickens. I was wrong about that. Obviously, sometimes in fantasy, 1 + 1 = 2. That's the 30 burger. Quentin Johnson. Is it Johnson or Johnston? Why does my face look hella pale? I'm hella white. It's a fucking Palin Waddle. Quentin Johnston is the fucking wide receiver 1 in San Diego. Who would have thought? From bust to Josh Jacobs with the 30-piece. Cortland Sutton continues to prove that Christian Watson is a bitch. Oof. 30 points on the bench with Kenneth Gainwell. I mean, what are you supposed to do? 6:30 a.m. game. They announced it at 5. But come on, Jay. It's not like you're going to set your lineup. Come on, brother. Next, we got Smitty versus Josh. Smitty beats Josh 112.28 to 89.84. Smitty's franchise player, CMC, he's just inevitable. He's a fucking vampire who's leeching off all the healthy players on the team and killing them one by one. Kittle, Bosa, Purdy, Jennings, and now Pearsall, 22 for the almond. Every year he's completely undervalued. I feel like Smitty has him every year too. But the biggest news of the week is on the other side of the ball. Malik Neighbors, torn ACL, out for the season. Huge loss for Josh. But as God taketh, he also giveth. He gets a bump with Waddle now being the wide receiver 1 in Miami. But it doesn't matter because Josh is a half glass empty type of motherfucker anyway. So Kyle Quits has once again entered the chat. Or left the chat, because we're probably not going to hear from Josh the rest of the season. Faggot. Next, we had the one and only nail biter of the week. Some would say it's even a rivalry. Probably the biggest. Tommy versus Trav. Tommy barely edges out Trav 94.80 to 94.08. There was some last minute garbage time points that Tommy got from Brock Bowers that gave Tommy the dub. However, this matchup was not without controversy. Jalen Warren was ruled out at 5 a.m. on that Ireland game, and Tommy didn't catch it, which is understandable, but he also didn't set the auto sub feature because he didn't know about it, and he left him in his lineup. Now, I'd like to say he probably would have inserted Rashad. I don't think it matters who he would have put in. I think he would have still gotten the win anyway, but who knows, because Tommy, you suck. Not a lot of bright spots with Trav's team this week, although I got one word for you. Genty. 30 burger from Genty, bounce back. Good shit, Trav. Your team still sucks. Next up, we got me versus Sibo, defending champ. And Sibo, he ended up beating the brakes off me 121.80 to 95.28. Now, I had the bonehead move of the week. I had Woody Marks in my lineup all week. I even went as far as texting Sibo, like, yo, I'm starting Woody Marks. Thursday, I end up subbing him out for fucking Tony Horton from P90X, and Woody Marks end up dropping 25. That right there cost me the win. Ifco.com, I win by 5 if I start him. But real quick, I need to vent. Can I vent? I can vent because it's my show. So I'm going to vent real quick. Jamar Chase. This asshole. 4 points. Consensus. Number one player before the season is like wide receiver 60. And that's probably what he's going to finish as. 2 years in a row this has happened to me. It happened to me last year with Tua, fucking Jello head. Got killed by Damar Hamlin. And I had Tyreek Hill. And I was forced to play Tyreek Hill with Skylar Thompson and fucking Snoop. I don't even remember his name. Snoop Dogg. Might as well have been Snoop Dogg. I'd rather have Jamar hurt so I can start some other bum that's going to get me more than 4 points. And I say forced, knowing, yes, I have the choice to sit him, but I don't have the sack that's large enough to make that decision and sit him. So I'm forced to start him because I have tiny nut syndrome. That's the end of the vent. Vent Dilfer. Vent Richardson. Vent Williams. Debo, fuck off. I'm not giving you any shine. Your team fucking sucks. And you don't know ball, you lucky bitch. Speaking of fat fucks, next we have Mikey versus Jimmy. Jimmy wins 120.08 to 102.92. Hey, look at that. Mikey broke 70 points. That's the first time in 3 seasons. Michael's probably let Mikey sniff that fucking 4-leaf clover that's up his ass. B-John with the 26 piece. Xavier Worthy returns and puts up 100 plus yards for that FIFA. Ooh, Trevion hit the end zone. Vrabel needs to quit fucking around and give this guy the ball. Quit giving it to fucking Butterfingers, LeGarrette Blunt looking ass. Your team's not looking too bad, Mike. It's on the come up, but fuck off. Jimmy, I'm not going to keep riding your dick. We all know you have the best team. Good for you. But we play each other this week. So you're my fucking enemy. Hope Lamar's hamstring is shriveled like your tiny ass nuts. Go fuck yourself. Lastly, we got Shawnee B versus Rome. What up, bro? Shawnee B wins 97.76 to 82.66. We touched on this a little earlier, but another huge injury. Tyreek Hill, torn ACL, dislocated. I think he tore everything and dislocated his knee. Done for the season. Sorry for your loss, Shawnee B. Fantasy sucks. But like I said earlier, God giveth and God taketh away. He took away Tyreek Hill, but Braylon Allen got hurt. So that means if the Jets are competent, Breece Hall is going to get some more touches. If the Jets are competent. You needed this win as your big dogs aren't performing right now. If you can keep squeaking by, you'll have a chance to get in if they start peaking. Or Saquon might be done after 500 touches last year. Who knows? As I said last week, Josh Allen was going to need to have a huge game for you. He got a 25 piece, which is great, but that's not the huge Josh Allen game we were looking for. DK with the dub, but it's not enough, brother. It's not enough. David Montgomery went from 33 points last week to 1 point. He got 1 point this week. That's Cleveland's run D. Cleveland is legit. Looking at your team got to get healthy. That injury bug is a bitch, and it's going to make or break your season these next few weeks if you don't get Josh Allen to carry you. The buys with the injuries, it ain't looking too good. And I'm just kind of being a little nice, Rome. Your team fucking sucks. Now for the best part. As I was doing this, the waivers went off. We're going to go ahead and look at these. This is another big waiver week, I feel like. I didn't put any bids in this week. One, I'm broke. And two, I just couldn't drop Horton or Luther Burden. I feel like they still have major upside with the potential of Cooper Kupp either losing his job because he sucks or getting hurt because he always gets hurt. And then also the upside of Luther Burden with DJ Moore possibly getting traded. So no waiver moves from me, but I want to see who did what here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the waivers. Oh, all right. So the number one player picked up based on how much money was bid was Darius Slayton. Debo spends $37 and drops Jaden Blue. Let's look at the other bids here. Oh, him and Trav were tied for 37 apiece. The brothers thinking alike. Smitty with the 12, Tommy with the 7, brother. You are killing me. You truly are a Jew. Johnny B with 0. Is Johnny B $0, brother? Are you crazy? You have bread. Why would you bid $0? Then Johnny B drops Malik Neighbors, who he got in a trade this week. He traded Tyreek Hill for Malik Neighbors. He wins the bid on Hunter Henry, 20 bucks. There was another bid here. It was Mikey with $1. These $1, these tiny bids kill me. Like, I don't get it. Bruh, at this point, I'm picking on you. Your highest bid you've done this year is like $4. And now the player you decide to spend money on is Justice Hill, and you spend $17. And not a single fucking bid goes in for Justice Hill except for you. You could have got him for the $4 you usually spend. Smitty Bo picks up Imari DeMercado. Ben got him for 12 bucks. 2 total bids. Hey, you put 10 on him, Tommy. Wow, way to dig into the bank. You baller, you. Brad picks up Brock Purdy. $8 bid on Brock Purdy. Ooh. Jimmy doesn't have a quarterback this week. He went after Brock. I was hoping he picked up Brock because I don't think Brock's going to have a good game going against LA. In LA, he's dinged up and he just doesn't have the weapons. I was hoping Jimmy got him. It is what it is. Jimmy ends up picking Geno fucking Smith. The dirtbag gods are real. Geno Smith will hang up a 35 piece on me for what I did to Tyler last year. Josh Smooth, Michael Carter pickup. That's smart because that's who the Cardinals are going to give the ball to. DeMercado is going to be in on third downs, passing downs, 2-minute drill. That's what he was already running. Last year, Michael Carter was getting some run, I believe. Or I just made that up. I don't remember. Shawnee B picks up Isaiah Davis, wicked smart. And lastly, Josh swooped up Colston Loveland. Maybe there's upside there. So looking back at these, doesn't look as good as I thought. But Michael Carter might be getting a lot of runs, so I'd say that's the steal of the week. $0. Could be something. I got to highlight Tommy putting 17 on Justice Hill. We see this every year. Justice Hill doesn't really do shit. I mean, this is like an annual thing so far. Justice Hill is not, he's whatever. But it's just hilarious that you put $17 on him and you've missed out on every notable waiver wire ad that you could possibly put a bid on because you only bid $5 max. And now you decide to throw some big shekels on Justice fucking Hill. Basically lit your fab on fire on a guy who's only going to get you 3 points and you're going to drop him. Make terrible fab decisions, Tommy, and we love that for you, though. And that's going to be it for week 4 of the Dirtbags. Looking ahead to week 5, shit's getting real. So expect some trash talk, some heartbreak, and someone crying in the group chat. Drop your worst take in the comments. Smash the like button if you hate everyone in this fucking league. And I'll see you next week.